Hi lovely people, it's Mirjam. Welcome to my channel. So in this series I'm gonna talk about the accident I had 5 years ago where I hit by a motorbike and I open fractured my legs and then I had a severe brain injury as well. So if you are still interested about this topic, please keep watching. And I'm on social media, I'm on Insta and on Facebook as well. Actually, I created an open group on Facebook to for people who would like to share experience or just would like to read things and stuff about it. Actually, I call it external FIXATOR group. I'm gonna put this link below so you can check it out. So please give a thumbs up at the end and subscribe me all over social media, please. Thank you. So okay, topic I'm gonna talk about is December. So this 2014 December was actually not my best month of the decade. So so after I woke up from the coma, I've got off my first surgery, which I remember because before I had tons of surgeries. But I was there and I had to realize what happened and all these things, and how this accident affect my life and what am I going to do now and all these things. So the first thing was, my mom was away, so I asked the nurses I need to call my family and all these things. So I didn't have my phone because in the accident they took it, the police and stuff, to investigate things. So I managed to call my mom and she came back, I think the next day, to London to support me. And then I realized actually I used to live in a shared flat with two other girls, and I realized that actually my family stopped the contract because they didn't know if I'm gonna recover from the brain injury and stuff. So they were thinking to take me back home if I'm gonna be disabled or anything like this. So that was very sad, and they didn't know what to do, so actually they stopped the contract. So that was the reason. For very long I was very angry with them for this decision, but now I understand why they did that. So okay, I lost accommodation and I didn't know when, if I'm gonna leave the hospital, when I'm gonna leave the hospital. I didn't know anything. So my family, they sent all my stuff back to Hungary. Then I had to stop the carrier to send it and all these things because they had to empty my room and stuff. So I was there actually in the hospital. I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything, and I didn't have like any kind of support and stuff. I couldn't work as well, so I really had to be on the top of everything, especially mentally, because I just didn't, I was thinking, I remember I was thinking in this time, this cannot happen to me. So I'm Mirjam, I'm gonna sort out everything. So I kind of sort out everything. So I tried, apart from the accommodation. So my room, they rented it to someone else because they didn't know as well what's gonna happen. So I was there in the hospital with nothing. So that was difficult. So in the hospital they told me what to do so I could get a council flat and stuff. I had a very bad experience about this. It was going for months and months because they wanted to find me a room, which could have been fine. So and they said like they don't have any room, not even temporary, nothing. So they said I have to wait. I could have gone home for Christmas, and I couldn't go because there was nowhere to go. And so I spent the Christmas there. Actually, to be honest with you, life was much easier when I was on drugs. So with all this tranquilizer and morphine and stuff, I was completely mellow all the time. So I, probably that's why I went through all these difficulties easily, because I didn't take it too serious or whatever. Is that I was not, I didn't get angry all the time. So if it happened to me without all these things to take, probably I would get mad. I would, yeah, for sure. So anyway, and so by January they started still this social people find council flat or a council room for me. Well, I'm not gonna get into too much into details and stuff, but what happened, it was they were searching, and well, they found one, but then they actually said no, they didn't. So for me it was not really easy to mobilize with the wheelchair and all these things. So for example, once we tried to go to this place, but we couldn't go to this place because they ordered the wrong taxi. So for normal people, I mean, like who doesn't need a wheelchair, yeah, who are not wheelchair users, and so then I had to wait in the hospital still. But that was actually a better thing, because second time when that happened, so they found me in Southwark, because I used to live in Southwark Borough, and so they found me near the hospital, which was fine. But then we went there with they took me with the ambulance, thanks God, with the ambulance, and I took all my stuff, because I've got the luggage as well with clothes and stuff, and the toiletries and things, obviously, because they discharged me after 4 months. So, and then we went there, and I entered the building, and it was already in the corridor, was not clean. Or this, don't know how they call it in English, but it's like PVC, it's kind of like a plastic floor and stuff. And so, well, it was not really promising to go on the corridor as well. It was like everything like mold and dirty walls and stuff. So, well, we entered the room. Thanks God the ambulance was with me, and my best friend as well. And well, I entered the room, and then even though I was taking painkillers, that I lost the whole thing, because it was so dirty, and so it was kind of like I could see that probably in 5 minutes, when it's dark, the cockroach are gonna come and all these things. And there was one table and the bed, and the table was actually, I think they wiped it like 5 years ago, something like this. And well, I didn't like it. That was disgusting. And well, I started to cry like a baby, like what I'm gonna do now. And well, because I didn't want to leave there, I didn't want to stay there, because I've got open scars with the external fixator. If you've got an external fixator, you probably know what I'm talking about. So the metal goes into you through your skin into the bone, and it's always leaking and all these things. So you need to sanitize at least once a week to keep it in bay and stuff, so you don't get any infection and stuff. And if you've got infection, you straight away you need to go to the hospital, and then they inject you and all these things, then you get antibiotics and stuff. So I couldn't afford this to happen. So, and well, I lost everything there, and I was uh, I completely broke down there, and well, and thanks God the ambulance lady, she was really nice. So if you, yeah, all my videos I'm thanking for everyone, but if you know, if you yeah, if you see yourself like, yeah, that it was you, thank you very much, because she told me I'm not gonna leave you here. So she was really nice. She signed the papers that I'm not gonna leave there, I'm not gonna stay there, and she took me back to the hospital. That was wow. So well, I met a lot of people actually, yeah, in that 5 years that I yeah, I realized there are nice people in this world. So yeah, and well, and then I went back to the hospital, but then they could put me only to the how they call it, like an emergency ward, so or outpatient ward, yeah, is that one. So they took me there, and because it was a Friday, so they couldn't take me back to the trauma site, which was actually much better. So I, well, it was not really good, but at least I could go somewhere. So I was there for I think it was like until Thursday, because what happened on Monday, they came to me and then they said that's what they could do. So if I don't accept this room, I don't want to go there, and I don't go back there to live there, then there is only one solution: find myself a room. And that was the least expected things that could happen. And I heard a lot of stories actually from people from, like, they got discharged from the hospital, and this kind of stories that well, thanks God I didn't stay on the street and stuff, because one of my friend, actually, he had one room, he was gonna rent it, and then well, I asked him if I can move there. So actually I moved to this place, but it was kind of like an emergency, so I didn't really wanted to move there as well, but that's how life is. So, and then well, because on Monday they told me they will discharge me by Thursday, so by Thursday find a room for yourself. So yeah, that was a very, very difficult time. I do remember that was really bad. So yeah, and yeah, that happened, but it actually ended up good, so it all went well. So well, if you have any experience with council, please put it below as well, or leave a comment, because well, maybe I could help you, or maybe we can discuss something about this. So yeah, so I was gonna, and anyway, I think I'm gonna finish this now, because I've got any other things as well to talk, and this video is gonna be very long. So thank you very much for watching, and please yeah, and please yeah, follow me for the next video. So thank you very much, and take care of yourself. Bye.